on the status of implementation of previous PAC-PEC recommendations for the Gambia College. This update is absent and should be submitted accordingly.
As it is the objective of the Public Accounts and Public Enterprises Committees to ensure accountability in public institutions, it was a disappointing encounter with the University of the Gambia with question marks over the entire operations of the young university. With millions of dollars at stake, the special report by the Auditor General is in the pipeline, while the Office of the Clerk is to write to the Secretary General and Minister for Presidential Affairs and relevant government ministries to be enlightened on the rather disappointing situation there. For GRTS News, I am Ajami Sise.
The Minister of Health and Social Welfare has continued his tour of various facilities and departments under his purview to get first-hand information on their operations. As Babukar Kamara reports, Balagaba Jahumpa's latest tour took him to the Department of Social Welfare.
As vanguards of the July 22nd revolution, we are out after 18 years under the leadership of President Jammeh. We are out to consolidate the gains of the revolution. And in the process of consolidating the gains of the revolution, there is also going to be a process of rectification in the interest of the Gambian people.
He has earlier echoed his gratitude to President Jammeh and vowed to make the necessary adjustment within the health sector. This by no means is to be underestimated as he traveled countrywide, reaching both major and minor public health centers over an aggregate of 70 health facilities, visiting both day and night.
We feel that the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare is not an office work, it's a field work, and most of it needs action, action, action.
He continued in his final day within the Greater Banjul area, starting from Home for the Elderly to SOS Children's Village. It was an overwhelming record, had over 400 cases of domestic violence and 800 cases of child maintenance within a year. This calls for the much desired response by the Department of Social Welfare, whose capacity is impeded by proper resource allocation, currently having a negative bearing on our social service delivery. How do you consider the minister's visit today?
We are very, very happy, and it is really a big honor to us that the minister and the delegation found the time to visit our orphanage. We are very proud of it and very happy, and would like to thank them very much.
He has earlier visited Sister of Mother Teresa Charity in Bakote and Home for Children with Learning Disabilities in Sunchu Alaji, where he spent time hearing their concerns. His visits have ended, and what happened next is yet to be determined. However, what is certain is the country has less than 7 years to attain Vision 2020, and he is committed to this call. Babukar Kamara, GRTS.
A 4-day cultural festival staged to promote cultural diversity ended on Sunday in the coastal village of Sanyang. Ibrahim Ajata saw some of the participating groups in action, and he now reports.
Sanyang's maiden cultural festival, a carnival of intermixing traditions, rousing awe-inspiring cultural performances, dance and masquerade exhibitions, uniting different cultural groupings from the village and its satellite settlements, finally drew its curtains on Sunday night. The closing moments took festivities to the ceiling with an impressive 3-kilometer procession by cultural troops accompanied by donkey carts depicting olden modes of transportation used by their ancestors. It started from the heart of the village to the beach, which is believed to be the village's earliest settlement. Upon arrival at the seashore, after the long walk, the cultural groupings formed small camps to display such customs like traditional marriage ceremonies and other rites which define the history of the oldest village in Kombosar. The perfect cap to an exciting carnival arrived in a captivating jump by skydivers who stunned spectators by parachuting from 4,000 altitudes, making delightful landings on the clean white paradise beach, the pride of Sanyang.
We are very happy to be here for the festival. And there is already a very good atmosphere now. After the jump we did, we can feel the good atmosphere, and we are very happy to be part of the party.
The South certainly provides unforgettable diversions. An energetic crowd loved every moment, with visitors discovering the beauty of the South for the first time, illustrating the outstanding nature of the festival as the closing moments unfold.
The festival is already a success. It's successful in the sense that the number of mobilization that is done so far, I would compare it with the Canning Lai and the Roots International Festival. I wouldn't hesitate to say that, because the mobilization you've seen in here for the first 4 days, for the first 3 days, and today what you are seeing on the beach here, it's almost equally to what we do receive during the Roots International Festival or sometimes the Kaningla International.
What made me feel, in fact, very much proud is, like the first speaker mentioned, it's our first time to think of such initiative. It emanated from this very jungle beach resort. From me personally, the chairman of Sanyan, the Village Development Committee. I used to host this at the jungle level just with djembe groups and inviting some international interested people from mainly Czech Republic. And this time we said, look, why can't we think big and call it Sanyang International Festival? And thank God there, the idea flow into the village, and the village owned it and then took it to where it is today. Yes, I am happy with the success of the program.
Tourists who were visibly moved by the enlivened display and heated celebrations could not hide their feelings.
I think if I can say what was most fun, it will be all the different bands performing, like the music where we can stand and dance while we're watching. But maybe the most interesting and what we learned most from is probably when we were visiting the sacred places. Like we were walking from the village and we went to some sacred places and heard the history from the village. So I think that was the most interesting. But I mean, the most fun definitely is the dancing, right?
In Sanyang's history, this event is truly one of a kind. Definitely inspired by the glimmering success of the Village Maiden Festival, organizers are on the brink of making the cultural carnival an annual program, adding a brand new product to the settlement's enchanting character. Ibrahim Ajata, GRTS.
The Food and Agriculture Organization has signed a 2-year technical cooperation agreement worth over $1 million with the Gambia government. The fund is earmarked for 3 significant projects at the Ministry of Agriculture, which will assist ruminant and livestock production in the country. Babakar Kamara has details in this report.
Today, the Ministry of Agriculture will be signing with the FAO 3 very important technical cooperation projects, namely an emergency assistance to control contagious bovine pleuropneumonia outbreak. This is perhaps the most important today, given its potential to avert a major economic disaster.
Economic catastrophe becomes imminent in recently discovered CBPP outbreak, calling on the swift response by donor agencies, such as FAO for improved food safety and preservation of increased agricultural production, with much emphasis on horticulture.
If this country did not take its time and resources and tackle this disease, there will be a major catastrophe, that up to 200,000 cattle can die in the Gambia. This is worth more than $2 billion.
It is indeed a great pleasure to be here today to witness the launching of 3 FAO-funded technical cooperation projects, namely the support for National Horticulture Sector Master Plan, achieving sustainable cowpea production through training women farmers in integrated production and pest management practices in farmer field schools, and the emergency assistance to control contagious bovine pleuropneumonia (CBPP) outbreak.
Since inception of the Technical Cooperation Program in 1976, FAO has funded over $1.3 billion, with the country's net portfolio currently valued at $1.1 million, to be implemented among 3 projects for 2 consecutive years.
The Technical Cooperation Program, popularly called the TCP, as we know, supports FAO member countries through projects which address technical problems in agriculture, fisheries, and forestry sectors. The main aim of a TCP is to produce tangible and immediate results in battle against hunger and to catalyze long-term development changes.
The newly signed program seeks to intervene in CBPP outbreak, support to National Horticulture Master Plan, and promotion of sustainable cowpea